In this example, we're going to learn how to rewrite equivalent fractions with one value given. Let's read the directions. Rewrite the given fractions as equivalent fractions given the indicated numerator or denominator. So let's look at the first question. Rewrite 3/7 with a denominator of 21. So we want to write 3/7 as some number over 21. So they gave us a denominator of 21. So now, thinking of the cutting idea, we had 7 pieces in our original fraction and we want 21 pieces. So, how many pieces do we have to cut each of the 7 pieces into to get 21? Okay. And you may know from your multiplication facts that 7 times 3 is 21, and we could think of this equivalently as 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So in this case, 3 is our multiplier. So let's do the work over here. So if we multiply 7 by 3, that will cut the 7 pieces each into 3 pieces for a total of 21 pieces. Remember, you could think of these 3 as the shaded pieces. They're cut into 3 pieces as well. And we have 9 over 21. So our missing numerator to create an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 21 is 9. And I'm going to box our final answer. Let's look at the next one. Rewrite negative 12 over 10 with a numerator of negative 120. So negative 12 over 10. And notice in this case, they didn't give us a denominator, they gave us a numerator. And the numerator is the top number. So our goal is to find the number that goes here. Okay. So it's going to be the same idea. We want to see, now it's hard to think of negative shaded pieces, so now we're going to abstract it a little bit, and we just want to think of negative 12 times some number. We want to find that multiplier, gives us negative 120. Equivalently, we could divide negative 120 by negative 12, and we'll get 10, which is our multiplier. So now let's do the work over here. Negative 12 times 10, and then we had a 10 to begin with in the denominator, and we're going to multiply that by 10 as well. Well, this will be negative 120, and 10 times 10 is 100. So our missing denominator to give us our equivalent fraction is 100. So this is our final answer. In the next example, we're asked to rewrite 85/60, or 85 over 60, with a denominator of 12. So let's start to set this up. We have 85 over 60, and we want an equivalent fraction. We're given a denominator, so the bottom number, of 12. So notice this one is a little bit different than the last one, okay? Because here we were looking for that multiplier, and here the number is actually smaller in the denominator. Okay? But notice we can really think of this as working in the other direction. 12 times what number would give me 60? Or, so 12 times what number would give me 60? Is equivalent to 60 divided by 12. Okay? But in this case, we're not going to multiply by 5 because it's going in the other direction. So we would divide 60 by 5 to get 12. So we'll also need to divide 85 by 5 to find our numerator. So here, 5 is our divisor, the number we're going to divide by. So let's do this over here. Start with 85 over 60. We want to divide each of them by 5 Now 60 divided by 5 equals 12. And 85 divided by 5, well, I'm going to do this in my head out loud. You could do this on your calculator, and you should to double check it at least. 5 goes into 8 once, remainder 3, then we'd have 35, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So we get 17 over 12. So our missing numerator to make this equivalent fraction is 17. Let's look at our last question. Rewrite negative 36 over 52 with a numerator of negative 9. So again, notice it said numerator. So that's the number on top. Okay. So we could think negative 9 times what number? Okay, and again, I'm working in this direction because these numbers are bigger. Negative 9 times what number gives me negative 36, and that's equivalent to negative 36 divided by negative 9 equals 4. So again, since we're going from larger numbers and absolute value to smaller numbers, this is our divisor. 4 is our divisor. So now, let's do the work. We're a little low on room. Negative 36 divided by 4 equals negative 9. And on the bottom, we'll divide 52 by 4. Now 4 goes into 5 once, with 1 left over, and then 4 goes into 12 3 times. Again, I did that in my head. You could do that on paper on your calculator. So our missing denominator to make this equivalent fraction is 13. Okay. Let's just recap real quick a general strategy for solving these problems. We set up the given fraction and the equivalent fraction with the given known number, and we were looking for a missing number. Make sure you put the numerator or denominator in the correct spot depending on what you're given. In either case, we could divide, for the two numbers known, divide the larger one by the smaller number to find either our multiplier or our divisor. If you're going from smaller numbers to bigger numbers, you're going to use it as a multiplier, multiply the other number by that quantity. And if you're going from bigger numbers to smaller numbers, you're going to divide, and you're going to divide the other number by that quantity as well.